Hello, welcome to Late Night with Jack Kinzel. Today, we have a special guest, one of the authors of the baseball book known as The Baseball Codes. Everyone please welcome Jason Turbow. So, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, Jack, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and I've always had a love for baseball, especially the Dodgers. This love ultimately led me to become a sports writer, and I've written for the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and even Sports Illustrated.
That's a very impressive career, but we're here to focus on your book, your very first book you put out back in 2010. It's known as The Baseball Codes. You co-wrote it with Michael Duca. So if you'd like to tell us a little bit about that, that'd be really great.
Oh, yeah, that was actually my first book. That was the first book I ever wrote, and I always found the ins and outs behind the scenes of baseball to be really fascinating. So there was a fine line in what was acceptable on the field and what was not. So like in baseball, they're called the unwritten rules, and breaking the unwritten rules is almost always results in a player getting hit with a 95 to nowadays 100-mile-per-hour fastball. And some of the stuff guys are doing today would not fly back in the day.
So can you give us an example of something that flies today that wouldn't have flown back in the day?
Yeah, for sure. So, like, I know you're from Chicago. So, like, just to give you an example from around there, Tim Anderson's kind of famous lately for his bat flip, they call it, or just celebrating after he hits a home run.
That's a high fastball. He gets every bit of it, throws the bat away. And a no-doubter. Boy, this one...
Well, nowadays it's become kind of normal, and it would almost start maybe a little argument, if anything. But back in the 80s and the 90s, stuff like that would instantly lead to fights, brawls, bench clearings. It was really dangerous back then to do stuff like that.
Now, I know part of your book focuses on sign stealing, and in the 80s and 90s, it was mainly just from second base. You hear some stuff about technology, but what do you think about the Astros today and their sign stealing scandal with the cameras and the buzzers and the trash cans? And
I mean, with all the information evidence that's come out involving, like you just said, the cameras, the buzzers, and even the trash can.
That's, just upsetting. Now they try to do sequence, outside fastball, no bang, tries to foul it off, and then steps in again, call for the changeup, bang, bang, and far.
I believe those Houston superstars will never really be the same again, just from all that scandal. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Electronically stealing signs, like once you get technology involved, it kind of ruins the integrity.
Jason, one last question. I'm being told we're running out of time, so how do you feel about your career overall?
Man, I'm in love with my career. I'm blessed to be able to write about the greatest game in the world and all the little things that makes baseball so great. So thank you, everyone. Just be sure to read my new book, They Bleed Blue, where I tell the story of the 1981 Los Angeles Dodgers, team that's my favorite, that's close to my heart. So just want to thank you and everybody again, and just want to say goodnight.
All right. Folks, it appears we run out of time. Everyone stay tuned for next showing.